Hey there, welcome back to the Citizen Lash YouTube channel. My name's Caitlin, and today I have the pleasure of teaching you beauty providers out there how to offer DIY or temporary lashes as a service. This one's for those people who aren't necessarily lash extension artists but want to offer lashes as a complimentary add-on service. On that note, guys, if you're a hairstylist, which I am personally, and I have loved adding these onto my hair services, my color services in particular, where when my client is processing, I just ask, do you want an additional little lash service? While you're sitting here killing some time, why not put some DIY lashes on? Okay, without further ado, let's do it. Kelsey, I'm gonna teach you how to put these on at home, yourself. So the goal is to not just provide this when they come in, but hopefully they'll fall in love with the products and be able to use them themselves as well. So let's set these people up for success. All we need for this service is a chair and a place to host our products, and that is literally it. So there is no excuse. You can offer this no matter what type of beauty services you currently offer. Okay, so next up we need to determine whether or not they want a natural lash look or a dramatic. So Kelsey, do you have a preference?
I definitely love a little bit of a natural, in between natural and in between dramatic. I kind of like a little bit of both, but just something more so in the middle.
Okay, that's good to know. So in that case, you might be better product-wise, starting off with a couple of our natural variety packs. The reason why I suggest natural is because with natural, well, A, it's more cost-effective. You can totally start off with both the trays, the variety packs, or even the individual styles that we carry. They're all versatile. But if you want to start small, then start with the Natural Lash Lovers Variety Pack. The reason why is because it is totally buildable. You can make the natural styles look dramatic or natural. It just depends on how you use them. So likely what I'll do for Kelsey today is use one of our natural lash lovers from our variety pack, and I'll just stack it a little bit to bring a little extra drama to her set. And the nice thing about these lashes is that you can remove them if you don't love them. There's no commitment.
Sounds good.
But ideally, we'll have them last for up to 5 days, which is a really important note. If your client wants them just for 1 day, easy peasy, you can put them on even if they have makeup on, and they can just remove them at home with their makeup remover that they have. So literally whatever you use to remove your makeup every night, if you have mascara beneath them, they will just come right off. But if you want them to last for multiple days, we'll have to get you to cleanse your lashes before with our Citizen Lash Cleanser. It has to be lash safe, oil-free cleanser. Okay. That'll help them last a lot better. And then we'll put them on nice clean lashes. But also you'll definitely want to explain to your clients, like I am to Kelsey right now, it's really important to take care of them well. So oils are going to help remove them, not keep them on. A lot of touching, we have oils in our skin. Also, they're not meant to last forever, so you can definitely pick them off. If you're to sleep on your face or your side, know that you might lose one. If a client they really, really like them, chances are this is a good opportunity for you to sell them the products to go home with. And the reason why is because if you love the way that these look, you will learn how easy they are when I show you. But on top of that, if you are to have extra products like glue and tweezers at home, the lashes can be reused. So you can take them off and reapply them up to 10 times without throwing them out. Perfect. So if you're to lose a lash on, say, the outer corner, if you sleep on your side like me, I'm not willing to sleep on my back.
Definitely do sometimes.
Okay, exactly. So you might notice that side, the outer corner lash might fall off faster than anything else. You just might notice in the morning it's a little bit loose. So just take a little bit of glue, put it on the base of the fan. You don't have to take off the whole set and reapply it. Just put a little bit of glue on there and then reapply just that one fan and you're good to go.
Nice. That sounds exciting.
Easy peasy. Okay, so let's actually get into applying them. So sitting up is totally fine. I likely will have you move your chin back so I can see your lash line. That's gonna be important. And I actually like to sit down on a chair so that I'm on a lower level because it's easier for me, being the one who's applying them, to see beneath. So you can either use some tape or you can just use your finger to pull the eyelid up, but you need to expose the waterline. That's really important. You want to get the lashes to sit as close to the waterline as possible without touching. If you get the glue on your waterline, then it's watery. It's called waterline, literally. Then it's probably just gonna get the glue in your eyes or on your bottom lashes, which can kind of stick your lashes together a little bit. Not ideal, you just have to be a little bit careful. Okay, Kelsey, so I know that you like a mix between natural and dramatic. Now I wanna figure out a shaping that will work best for you. Do you have a preference?
I don't really. I think kind of whatever you think looks best on me.
Cool. So for those of you who are at home who haven't done lash extensions before and you're not sure how to assess someone to know exactly what would look good on them based on their eye shape, then here is a style guide. This is the lash artist in me. I'm also a lash artist as well as a hairstylist. And this helps me a lot. So basically if someone has really rounded or almond eyes, then honestly with these you can do anything. Shaping wise, it usually looks good, but maybe stick towards more of a cat eye lash look for really rounded eyes. For an almond eye shape, literally anything. Anything at all will look great. And then for someone who has a more narrow eye shape, then you definitely want to open the eyes up. So longer lengths in the middle of the eye, shorter lengths on the inner and outer corner. The other thing that we want to look at is the spacing between the lash line and the eyebrow. So just look straight forward here. So if there's a lot of space to fill here, then you can use longer lengths and it'll look good. Like me, look at me for a sec. I have a lot of space between my lash line and my eyebrow. Long lengths are great. Even if I want a more natural look, I can get away with long lengths. But for Kelsey, her middle part of her eye, she doesn't have a crazy amount of space there. So I'm not gonna go too wild in the length department unless you were wanting something a little more extra. But I think to start, just
perfect, yeah.
Just keep it chill. Keep it chill, more wearable. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my natural lash levers tray. Show your clients the products, have them hold them and feel them. That's really important. Once you actually get someone to hold them, try the products, they're much more likely to purchase from you. So, Kelsey, this is what our natural lash levers tray looks like. We have 3 options in here. Super affordable, that's why I love these trays. We also sell them in bigger packages where it's like, okay, I'm married to one lash look, this is the look for me, and I just kind of play with it from there. But the natural and the dramatic variety packs offer all the lashes that we carry. It's like a sample of each. So in the natural tray, we have 3 different natural styles. Number 1 being the most natural. Number 2 called natural shape, it's just kind of an in-between. And 3 being a moderate cat eye. If you were to go home with these, then you could either follow the mapping just as shown. So how we have them outlined in the tray, just literally holding it up to your eye. So this would be the inner corner.
Okay.
And that would be the outer corner on one eye.
Nice.
You don't have to use every single lash across the strip. If you notice that your eye just is smaller or you kind of like the way that it looks with only half the eye done, it's totally fine. Okay. You don't have to be married to that mapping. And you can also mix and match them as well. So if you liked the look of the most natural on the inner corner, you could totally stick with that. And then let's say you wanted a little more drama on the outer corner, you could mix the moderate cat eye in there. So it's all about playing. But today for you, just to keep it simple, I'm actually gonna do the natural shape, which is a perfect in between. And I'm just gonna stack it a little bit to give you a little extra something.
Perfect, sounds good.
And stacking, when I keep saying that word, but stacking literally just means that I'm overlapping the fans a little bit.
Okay.
And you can do that. You can even double up on them. So if you wanted, say you were someone who likes to go out in the evening, but you want your more natural look during
for like
the day.
a night and a day look.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can, let's say you do it, you don't stack them at all, you just put them on side by side. Then if you love the way that look for your daytime, but in the nighttime you wanted to literally double it up, you could quite literally put another set on top of them. They're cool. Light enough weight that you can do that. So I am going to use Connection adhesive on you. We have 2 options. We have black glue and then Connection. And Connection's a white glue, but it cures clear versus the black glue is always black. I'm using Connection because I know that you don't personally put these on yourself. And I want to set you up for success if you are to. And there's no pressure to purchase these at all. But if you are to get them, I highly recommend starting with the clear glue because it's a lot less messy and it's a lot more forgiving. So if you make a mistake, you literally just pull it off and put it back on. No problem. And the black one, it's like good. If you get black under your eyes, like mascara. If you make a mistake, there's gonna be stuff to
been there, done that. That's safe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I've got my tray and my glue. Now, when it comes to actually placing the glue on the fan, I find it best to pick up the lash from the tray, hold it in my hand, and then flip the tweezer upside down. So it looks like this. So I took it out like this, and then I flipped it in and put it into the other hand, flipped it upside down. Now I'm putting glue on the base of the fan. So I'm coating and using actually quite a bit of glue, coating the inside of the fan. That's really important. You can do this with the fan sitting in the tray, but it does waste a little bit of product, and you're more likely to get glue on the tip of your tweezers, which is really frustrating because it's a lot harder to get to release. If you get glue on your tweezers, it's honestly not a big deal. We have a product called tweezer cleaner, and you literally just stick the tweezers in there. It's like an alcohol or acetone kind of product.
Oh, perfect.
And it'll just get the glue off completely.
Perfect.
So from there, I like to just wave the fan in the air. Also, on the tweezer cleaner note, guys, just like for your hair tools or anything that you use, sanitation is so important when you are offering any kind of service. So disinfect your tweezers in between the service. You can disinfect them in barbicide. Honestly, you only need to lay them in there for about 10-15 minutes. Or you can disinfect them with alcohol, acetone. They're not actually touching your client, but we still do need to make sure that we are as sanitary as possible. Very important. Same with the glue. The glue doesn't touch the client at all. That's a note on the black glue that we offer. If you're offering the black glue, you're not going to be able to brush the glue on the base of the natural lashes unless you use a spoolie or something else to put it on the base of the natural lashes, because if you are to put the glue on the client's natural lashes and then you are to use it on another client, it's cross-contamination. It's definitely not sanitary, so just be cautious of that. So waving it in the air, don't blow on it with your mouth. Again, cross-contamination. We're not gonna blow on our client or anything. And this just is helping the glue get really tacky. So from here, you wanna adjust your angle so that you can place the fan with ease. For this, you really just have to figure out, like, how do I have to hold my hand? How do I have to hold the fan in the tweezer to get the most control? It will take you a few clients to figure this out, by the way. Like, don't just dive into it right away. Take 2 or 3 clients or put them on yourself or have someone in your salon kind of do it to each other so that you're getting used to doing this. So we're holding the fan in the tweezer so that the part of the fan that has glue on it is facing toward the client. And I'm holding at the tip so that I have the most control. I want to place the lashes beneath the lash line so that they look more like traditional lash extensions. So you'll do this at home as well. So you'll look straight ahead, and I'm going to actually get you to close your eyes. I like to do this. You can have the client either look up or close their eyes, completely up to you. I'll show you both. So I'm going to get them to close their eyes. I'm actually going to get you to tilt your chin back, close. And I'm just going to lift up the lash line. Again, adjusting my angle, brushing a little glue onto the base of the natural lashes without touching the waterline. And then I'm done. Now I'm flipping my tweezer over and using the back side of my tweezer to push the extensions into the natural lashes. And you can open. Feels fine?
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
So if you are to get a little bit of glue on the bottom natural lashes, it's okay. Use your tweezers. I would pull the bottom lid down just a little and take the tip of my tweezers and just roll the glue off of the natural lashes. Seems really intense, but it's actually super unlikely that you'll do it once you get the hang of it. And if you do, it's really no problem. You just pull it off. Like it's not as challenging as you think. It almost becomes a little bit of a rubbery ball. Going in with lash number 2. Now, to make sure the eyes both look symmetrical, I am going from eye to eye. Definitely important to do this at home as well, because if you say manipulate your mapping, because you can do that, you can create a cat eye one day, a doll eye another day, you can do whatever you want. But if you're to do one eye, and then you forget what you did on the other eye, then it can look a little bit funny. So
I understand that.
Just definitely make sure that you know where you're at, and I find it easiest just to do both eyes at the same time. Again, holding at the tips. So for this one, I'm gonna actually get you to look up to see which you find more comfortable. So I find this can be a little tricky. Is it tricky for you?
A little bit, yeah.
So it's like putting, this is good. So it's like putting mascara on someone else. Nobody likes it when other people put mascara on them. So instead, I find it easier if I just lift your lid.
Yeah.
So close. So I'm brushing some on the base of the natural lashes and adjusting my placement so that I'm nice and snug to the waterline without actually going on it. And I feel like that's a little too far away, so I'm just letting it rest there for a second. And then I'm gonna grip the fan again. Again, it is really forgiving, like you have time. And I'm just gonna adjust however I feel fit. And once I've made my connection, push it into the natural lashes and you can open it. So notice how the fan just slightly overlapped the fan that I placed before it. For those of you who are watching this video thinking like, how am I gonna know which set to choose? Honestly, when in doubt, choose natural shape. It's without a doubt our best seller here at Citizen Lash, and it's kind of just that lash look that's not going to offend anyone. So when in doubt, natural shape. Unless your client says, hey, I really love drama, then you might want to choose something more like a dramatic open eye or something. But for those who don't know, I feel like natural shape's the go. So Kelsey's natural lashes, they definitely don't turn all the way down, but they're a little bit, they kind of just point straight out. So she's totally fine to apply these lashes just as I'm doing today. But if someone has downturn natural lashes where they literally point down, then you might want to consider curling the natural lashes before you start application. This will just help it run a little smoother. Okay, so I don't really love this lash, but look at how forgiving the glue is. I literally just pulled it off and I'm putting it on a longer length. It's no big deal. So when I removed the fan from Kelsey's eye, I just got a tiny bit of glue. Just blink for a sec. See how right there, there's just a tiny touch of glue. Blink one more time. See how there's just a little tiny piece of glue right here? So I'm just gonna take my tweezers and just roll it off the natural lashes. I think totally fine now, right? Yeah, perfect. And then I'll just dip my tweezers in the tweezer cleaner to make sure that there's no glue left on my tweezers. Okay, so now that the lash set is complete, I'm just gonna take my sealant. If you were to do this yourself at home, you would just use the applicator that comes in the bottle. But because I'm doing this as a service today, you're gonna want a lint-free applicator or micro swab applicator to apply the sealant on the base of your client's natural lashes. No need to waste it on the tips because it's just meant to seal in the glue. So for you, Kelsey, you would do this at home and it just prevents stickiness, it helps them last longer, and it just makes the wearability It just makes them much more comfortable, and you can totally go swimming, or you can shower, you can clean your lashes. In fact, if you are going to keep these on for multiple days, it's definitely a good idea to clean them every single night.
Amazing, that sounds good.
Keep your natural lashes healthy. And then from there, we want to just seal the bond and help them, encourage them to last as long as possible. I'm just going to take my tweezers and just seal the deal by just pushing the natural lashes into the extensions. This will help them last better and also make them look more like one cohesive strip instead of little segments.